Hey guys, this is Subhashish Mishra. In this video, I'll teach you Unix basic concepts. If you are very new to Unix and learning it for the first time, you are at the right place. Please watch this video till the end. It will take approximate 1 hour time. In this 1 hour time, your Unix fundamentals will get clear. Also, you will be ready for the interview. So without any delay, let's start. What is Unix? Unix is an operating system. The development of Unix started around 1969 at AT&T Bell Labs by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie. So I explained you Unix is an operating system. Then maybe your next question is, what is an operating system? Operating system is a software which operates all hardware components. Or operating system is an interface between a human being and computer. For example, you want to interact with a computer, or you can say a user want to interact with a computer. A user cannot interact with a computer directly. A middle component is required. That is nothing but your operating system. So an user, here you can see, right, an user is talking to an operating system in high level language, and then operating system is converting that to a low level language and passing to the computer, and similarly computer sends that in low level language to the operating system, and then operating system converts it to high level language and sends to the user. That's why I told operating system is an interface between a human being and a computer. Then what is Unix? So Unix operating system is a set of programs that acts as a link between the computer and the user. Okay, there are various Unix variants available in the market: Solaris Unix, AIX, HP Unix, BSG. These are the few examples of different Unix variants. Linux is also a flavor of Unix which is freely available. Then we call Unix is a multi-user system. How? So several people can use a Unix computer at the same time. That's why we call it as a multi-user system. Multiple people can use Unix computer at the same time. Okay. Again, we call Unix is also as a multitasking environment, because a user can perform multiple programs or can run multiple programs at the same time. That's why we call it as a multitasking environment. Okay, multiple tasks or multiple programs can be executed at the same time. Okay, so Unix is a multi-user system, also multitasking environment. Okay. Now we will learn about Unix architecture. Okay, so there are mainly 3 levels. Okay, one is kernel, then shell, then tools and applications. Okay, so kernel is the heart of the Unix operating system, which schedules tasks and manages storage. Then what is shell? Shell connects and interprets users' commands, calls programs from memory and executes them. Tools and applications offer additional functionality to the operating system. Okay, now let's understand more about this kernel. Okay, so I told kernel is the heart of the Unix. It manages different resources of Unix operating system. So what are these different resources, right? So you can say the facility to store data, print data on printer, memory management, file management. So all these things can be done by kernel. Okay, so kernel basically manages all these resources. Kernel decides who will use these resources for how long time and when they will use it. Okay. So basically it runs your programs or set up to execute binary files. Kernel acts as an intermediary between the computer hardware and various programs or applications or shell. Kernel controls the hardware and turns part of the system on and off at the programmer's command. For example, we will ask computer to list all your files. So we will basically use ls command. I will explain about all the commands in the next section. So basically we will give ls command and then we want to list all our directories, files and all, right. So here kernel will tell the computer to read all the files inside a directory from the disk and then display them on our screen. Okay. So that's the use of kernel. Okay. Then what about shell? You would have been already knowing that computer understand only binary language like zeros and one, right. So in early days of computing, instructions are provided using binary language, which is difficult for all of us to read and write. So in operating system, there is a special program called shell. Shell accepts your instructions or commands in English, and if it is a valid command, it will pass the same to the kernel. So shell is a user program or it's an environment provided for user interaction, and shell is basically a interpreter that executes commands read from the standard input device, that is your keyboard, or from a file. Okay. So that's all about your shell. So now we understood what is Unix and architecture of Unix. Now we will see different Unix command used for file management and directory management. Now I will take you to my terminal where we will execute the commands and we will see how it works. Okay. So here you can see I have opened my terminal. So the very first thing what we will do is we will try to create a folder or directory. But before to that, where we will create a folder, in which location, how we will know that? Before we create any directory, we should know where we are creating it, right? So to know that in which directory we are located now, you can use a command known as pwd. Okay. So here you can see it is telling that I am inside this test directory or test folder. Okay. So we will try to create a directory inside this test folder. Okay. So let me create a directory. Then how you will create a directory? You can use this command mkdir. So this is the command to create a directory. So you can write mkdir, then you can give the directory name or the folder name. For example, here I will say Unix basics. Okay. Enter. So how we will know that it is really created or not, right? So you can use a command known as ls. Basically it will list all these things whatever present inside this. So here you can see Unix basics is created. Okay. Now what we will do, how to change or navigate to a particular directory. So here you saw we have created this Unix basics folder or directory. Then how we will go inside this directory. Okay. So here one more thing to remember is mkdir. Basically if you want to remember it, you can tell it as make directory. Okay. Make directory or create directory or create a folder. Okay. mkdir is the command. Okay. So now I will tell you how to change the directory. Okay. You can write cd, okay, change directory, cd change directory. Then you give the folder name where you want to change. Okay. I want to go to inside this Unix basics. Okay. Just enter. So I have inside this Unix basics folder. How we will know that? You can just write pwd. Okay. Pwd will tell you in which directory you are. Okay. So you can see I am inside the root test, then Unix basics. Okay. Then maybe you will have one more doubt. If I want to come out of this Unix basics, so I want to come to the test, how will do that? You can just do cd, okay, then double dot. Okay. And now you do just pwd. You see you are inside your test folder. So you are inside your Unix basics folder. You just did cd double dot. Cd is nothing but change directory. Okay. Double dot means you will come out of that folder, just one level of that folder. Okay, so we are now inside the test folder. If you want to go to your home directory, okay, what you will do? You can just write cd, okay, then this tilde symbol, change directory, tilde symbol, it will go to your home directory. Just do pwd, because pwd we can check, right? Now you can see we are inside the root folder. Okay, now let's again go to our test folder. So cd test, then we have created one folder is Unix basics. Okay, we'll go inside this. Now you want to rename this. Okay, you have given Unix basics, now you want to rename this folder. How you will do that? Okay, we'll just go one level up. We'll be here, right? We are inside the test folder now. We want to change the Unix basics folder name. Okay, here inside test you have this Unix basics folder, right? You want to rename this Unix basics to Unix advanced. Okay, so to do that, what you can do, you can just write mv, okay, then just give which folder you want to change and space, and then what is the new folder name you want to give. For example, Unix, I'll give adv advanced. Okay, enter. Now just do a ls. Let's see, you don't have that Unix basics folder, now you have Unix advanced folder. So mv command will rename your folder. Okay, so now you want to remove this directory. Okay, how you will remove it? Now you have Unix advanced as a folder, you want to remove this folder. Okay, so you can use a command as rm. Okay, so rm directory, remove directory, rm dir, okay, then Unix advanced. Okay, let's do ls. Okay, I did capital, let me correct it. Okay, see, everything got removed. You don't have that Unix advanced folder. Okay, so to delete something you can use rmdir. Okay, that will delete your directory. Okay, so you understood how to get the current directory, in which directory you are, that is the pwd command. Then to create a new directory you can use mkdir, that is nothing but created new directory. Then to change the directory you can use cd, change directory, then give the directory name, you can change to that directory. If you want to go to the home directory you can use cd tilde symbol. If you want to go to one level up, then you can use cd double dot. If you want to rename a directory you can use mv command, mv, then old directory name, then new directory name. Okay, if you want to copy a folder, what you will use? Okay, we'll see that, right? We have not seen that. So let me create that folder mkdir Unix basics. Okay, again, or just I'll create Unix. So now we will see how to copy a folder. Okay, so now we are here inside the test folder and we have one folder that is named as Unix. Okay, so let me create mkdir Unix new. Okay, so there are two folders. What we will do, we will try to copy this Unix inside this Unix new. Okay, we will try to copy this Unix inside this Unix new. Then what you will do, first you can write cp, okay, space minus r, capital R, then you want to copy the Unix folder, right? Just write Unix. Okay, then where you want to copy? You want to copy inside this Unix new, right? So we will give that path test slash Unix new. Okay, now let's do a ls and Unix new ls. See what I did here, I went inside this Unix new folder and I want to see that inside this Unix new folder whether this Unix folder is created or not. The original folder is still there. Okay, original folder is still there inside the test folder, but inside this Unix new folder, a new Unix folder got created. Okay. So, that is how you can copy a folder from one location to the other location. Basically, you have to give cp, then -r, the folder name, then the path where you want to copy. Okay. It will give the path, inside that it will copy that folder. So, you know how to copy a folder. You also know how to delete a folder. rmdir is the command to delete a folder. Now, I will tell you one more thing, the basic difference between the dot and double dot. Okay. So, basically the file name dot represents the current working directory. When you are working in Unix, right, you will see that people will give file name then dot, right. The dot represents the current working directory. Okay. And the file name double dot represents the directory one level above. Okay, that I showed you, right, cd double dot, then how it was going one level up, right. So, cd double dot or double dot basically represents the directory one level above the current working directory. Okay. So, that is the basic difference between a dot and double dot. Okay. Now, let us understand different file management commands. Okay. So, first what we will do, we will try to create a new file. So, let us see where we are inside this Unix new. Let me go one level up. So, I am here inside the Unix folder. So, okay, I am inside the test folder. Okay. Here if I will do ls, I have two folders, one is Unix and Unix new. So, let me create two files. So, to create a new file, you can just do like this, you can just use vi command, vi ab.txt. So, basically ab is nothing but your file name. Okay, I just gave ab. Okay, let me just put enter. Okay, then it will give you something like this. I am just writing what you want to write inside that. I am very new to Unix, learning it today. Okay, then you can close it. You can press escape shift colon, okay, then wq. Okay. So, basically you save this file. Okay. So, this is one way if you want to create a new file using the vi command. You can also use cat command, cat, then for example, I want to create a new file cd.txt. Okay. Just put enter. Sorry, what you can do, you can just write cat, then you can give this symbol, then cd.txt. Okay. So, here you can again enter what kind of text you want to enter inside this file, right. Hi, I am learning Unix. Okay. Now, if you want to see what is there inside this ab.txt file or cd.txt file, what you can do, you can just write cat ab.txt. See, here you can see we have written this, right. I am very new to Unix, learning it today. Similarly, if you just do cat cd cat space cd.txt, you can also see this, I am learning Unix. So, basically if you want to see what is there inside that file, you can use cat command. Okay. If you want to join two files and stores the output into a new file, what you can do, for example, here I have ab.txt file, cd.txt file, I just want to join these two files and I just want to store it in xyz.txt file. Okay. So, to do that, what you can do, you can just write cat, then your file 1 is nothing but ab.txt. Okay. Then you can give your second file name, which is cd.txt, and then this symbol, and give the new file name, for example, xyz.txt. Okay. So, these two files got merged and written inside this file. How we will know that? We will just write cat, then xyz.txt. Let us see. See, I am very new to Unix, learning it today. Hi, I am learning Unix. So, this line came from ab.txt, then this line came from cd.txt, and finally both are merged and present inside this xyz.txt file. Okay. Next thing, we will see a command how to count word inside a file. Okay. So let's see like this, right? Inside ab.txt, what is the word count? You can just write like this wc then ab.txt. You see it is telling 42. Similarly, if you will see wc cd.txt, what is this? 24. And if we will see wc xyz.txt, it is 66. Basically, these two are merged, right? That is why 66. So, there are total 26 words present inside this xyz.txt file. So, you can use wc command to count words in a file. Okay. How to rename a file? We will see now. Now, I have given this xyz.txt. You want to rename this file. How you will do that? You just do mb, okay, then xyz.txt to, you want to give a new name, right? You can just give pqr.txt, okay. This is the new file name. Let's press enter, okay. Do ls, ls is nothing but your list of files, right? Now you see ab.txt, cd.txt, pqr.txt. This pqr.txt got created, or earlier it was xyz.txt. We renamed it to pqr.txt. If you want to again rename to something else, for example, pqr.txt to ijk.txt, you can do that also. Just do ls and see it got changed, okay. Then the next thing is how to copy a file, okay. So, now you see we have these files, right? We want to copy this file ijk.txt inside this Unix, okay. So, first we will see where we are inside this test folder. We want to copy this file. So, we will write cp, then which file you want to copy? This ijk.txt, right? ijk.txt. Where you want to copy? You want to copy inside this Unix folder. So, you have to give the path of that folder, right? First root test, then you give Unix, because Unix folder present inside this, right? Just press enter, okay. Now, how we will see that? Here if you will do ls, you can see all these things, but we have to go inside this Unix folder and see, right? So, cd Unix, okay, then do a ls, see ijk.txt file is present inside the Unix folder. So, your copy command, right? This copy command copied this ijk.txt file from test folder to Unix folder, from one location to new location, okay. Now, you want to delete the file. How you will do that? So, you are inside this Unix folder and you want to delete this ijk.txt file. How you will do that? So, you have to use delete command. For delete command, you can use rm, okay, then ijk.txt, enter. Now, do ls, see this is removed. So, inside your Unix folder there is nothing, because through rm command or remove command, rm basically means remove, it deleted this ijk.txt file, okay. Now, you already know, right, this ls command. What is the use of ls command? Ls command is basically listing all the files or directory present inside a working directory, okay. If I will just go one level up inside the test folder, here I am inside the test folder. If I will do a ls, okay, listing of files, you can see we have three different files and two different folders or directories, okay. Then if someone will ask you how to list files inside a subdirectory, okay. So, now we have this two directory, but we do not have anything, right, inside this Unix or Unix new. So, let me just copy again, we will just write cp, then we will just copy this ab.txt, okay, cp ab.txt inside this Unix folder, and similarly we will just copy cd.txt inside Unix new, okay. So now you want to see what are the files present inside this subdirectory as well. So ls basically giving you the directories and files present inside that directory, but you want to see what is there inside that subdirectories as well. So you can just do ls -r. Okay, see, you can see here these are the files and these are the directories present inside the test folder. But again, inside this Unix folder you have this ab.txt, and inside this Unix new you have cd.txt. Okay, also this Unix has a folder present inside this, because earlier we have copied this, right. I will show you one more command also, how to list all the hidden files. Okay, so here we don't have any hidden files, but still you can use ls -a. Okay, so basically it will give you the hidden files. So when we are doing just ls, you are not seeing this dot, double dot and all, right. But when you are doing this ls -a, if there are some hidden files, you can see those hidden files using ls -a command. Okay, then one more thing we will learn, how to remove directory with files. Okay, so earlier I have shown you how to remove a directory using rmdir command, but here if you will see, we have this Unix new folder who having again one more directory inside that and one more file inside that. Okay, we want to delete this directory itself. How you will do that? Okay, so you can use rm -rf command. Okay, it will delete your folder which have some files and all, right. We want to delete this Unix new. Okay, let's do that, and let's do a ls. See, so here we saw using rm -rf command, this Unix new directory got deleted, which have one more file and one more folder as well. Okay, now I will tell you how to copy a folder. Okay, so here you see you have one folder which is Unix. Okay, let me create one more folder mkdir, and I will just give name it as testing. Okay, so let's do ls. So here you see you have two folders, one is testing, one is Unix, and then you have these three files. You want to copy this Unix folder inside this testing folder. Okay, let's do a pwd. We are inside this test folder, you can see. Okay, how to copy? So you can just use cp -r. Okay, and you can give the folder name, right. You can give the folder name as Unix. Okay, then where you want to copy? You want to copy inside testing folder, right. Then testing, just do a ls. Now go inside this testing folder and do a ls. See, Unix folder copied inside this testing folder. Okay, so now you know how to copy a folder as well. Okay, now I will give you some more details about the vi command. So we have seen using vi command you can create a new file and you can add some content to that file, and then finally you can save that file, right. Now we will see what are the different things we can do using this vi command. Okay, so in this vi command there are three different modes. One is command mode, then we have insert mode, then we have last line mode or escape mode. So basically when we are telling it is as command mode, so when you start a vi things, right, when you just start vi and then you give file name, it is in the command mode. So here if you will see, now we have this ijk.txt file, right. So if you will just open this vi ijk.txt file, right. So this is nothing but your command mode. Okay, now we will go to the insert mode. So when you enable to insert something, so if I will press I, then you can see here, right, this is showing as insert. So it is in the insert mode. Okay, then we have the last line mode or escape mode. So basically when you press this colon, right, so here you can see, right, the colon, then it will be in the last line mode. You can perform save of a file, you can close this file, right. If I want to close, I can just put q, then I can press enter, right. So basically I can close this file. So there are three different modes. One is command mode, where you can start a file using vi command. Then insert mode, you can press I and you can put it into the insert mode. After insert mode, you can add some content to that file. I will show you how to do that. Then we have last line mode or the escape mode. Using the escape escape and then colon button, you can, if you give WQ, it will save your file. If you will give only Q, it will not save your file, it will just close your file. Okay. So let us see how we can do all these things, right. Let me just write ijk.txt. Okay. So I have just opened this file, right. I want to insert some more lines to this, right. So let me just press I, which is insert mode. Here you can see we are in the insert mode now. Then we want to enter some more lines, right. Let me just enter something like this. Okay. And I am just typing randomly. Okay. And now I want to save this file. So when you want to save this file, right, you have to go to the escape mode. So just press escape, shift colon. Okay. Then you have to write WQ, then exclamatory mark, okay, and then press enter. So basically whatever you have written inside this ijk.txt file, right, it got saved. If you want to see again, vi ijk.txt, see all these things are saved. Okay. Again press I, which is insert mode, and if you want to write something and you do not want to save, I will just write I do not want to save this line. Okay. You just wrote this and you just do not want to save it, then how you can close this? Again press escape, shift colon, and just press Q. If you will write WQ, then it will save. If you will just put Q and then exclamatory mark, then press enter, it will not save. Okay. Again let us see whatever we wrote in the last line, it did not save. Okay. So that is how you can use different modes in the vi command. Okay. Then there are few more commands I will tell you, like you can use K. Okay. So for example, you are here. Okay. You want to go up. Okay. You want to move your cursor up. You can just press K. Okay. So K will move the cursor up one line. Okay. If you press J, it will move the cursor down one line. See, I am going down. Okay. Similarly, if you press H, right, it will move the cursor to the left one character position. Let me press H. See, it is going left. Similarly, if you press L, it will move right side. Okay. You can see it. For example, if you want to delete some files, right, how you will do it? Just press DD twice. Okay. See, this line got deleted, again one line deleted, again this line got deleted. Okay. So if you will press DD, it will delete the line. Okay. It will delete the complete line. Now let me just save it again, WQ. Okay. See, whatever we have deleted, it is not there. Okay. So these are some basic commands you can use when using this vi command. Okay. When you are creating a new file, you are writing something inside that file, you can use this vi command and perform your operations. Okay. Now we will discuss about the file permission and access modes in Unix. Okay. So file ownership is an important component of Unix that provides secure method for storing files. Okay. That is why this file permission or access modes are very, very important. Okay. Till now I was just typing ls and you are just seeing these files, right. We have 3 files and 2 folders. Now what I will do, I will just press ls minus l. Okay. So now you see same thing you are seeing here, ab.txt, cd.txt, ijk.txt and testing and Unix, but there are some more things also. So here you can see if it is starting with a hyphen, okay, here you can see for all 3 files there are hyphen, it starts with hyphen, but for the folders or the directories, right, it is starts with D. Okay. So in this way you can get to know that this is a directory and this is a file. Okay. Obviously you will get to know from the file extensions also, but here also you can see the hyphen, or if it is hyphen or if it is D, in that way you will get to know whether it is a file or it is a directory. Then there are three different kind of permissions present in Unix. Okay. One is owner permission, then we have group permission, then we have other world permission. Okay. Then what are the different kind of permissions we have? We have read, write and execute permissions. Those are nothing but your file access modes. Okay. Three different kind of permissions. One is owner permission, one is group permission, one is other world permission. But what are the access modes? Three different kind of access mode again. One is read, then write, then execute. What is read, what is write, what is execute? Read means you are giving the permission to read or view content of the file. For example, this ab.txt, I will say I have the read access. It means I can only read what is present inside this ab.txt, but I cannot write or I cannot modify anything to that. But if I have the write permission, then I can add something to it, I can modify something, I can remove, okay, I can delete this file. So write means I will have all this kind of permissions. With that I can also read it obviously. Then what is the execute permission? Execute permission means you can execute or you can run a file or you can run a program. Okay. So you can run this file as a program through execute permission. Okay. Then why we are talking about this owner permission, group permission and other world permissions? So here you can see, right, this ab.txt file, here you can see rw, then r, then r. Okay. So this first one, right, this is the owner permission. Then we have the group permission, then we have the other world permission. Okay. So the owner having rw, it means read and write permission, then the group having only read permission, then the other world having read permission. Okay. So the owner permission determine what actions the owner of the file can perform on this file. Okay. So here this ab.txt, right, I have created this file and also I am the owner of this file. What is then group permission? Group permission means what action a user who is member of the group that a file belongs to can perform on the file. So the group permission determine what actions a user who is member of the group that a file belongs to can perform on the file. So if we have created a group and we have few users associated to that group, and what that group members can perform. Okay. So basically there will be few members who will be part of that group and we are assigning permission to that group itself. And then what is other world permission? The permission for others indicate what action all other users can perform on this file. First one is owner, then you have group, then other world, other than all these people, right, what they can do. Now I hope you understood what is owner permission, what is group permission and what is other world permission. So any file, any directory in Unix, when you will just type like this, right, ls-l, you will see the different kind of permissions, and here you will see three things. One is owner permission, one is group permission, one is other world permission. And what are the different kind of access modes? That is read, write, execute. Okay. If you have R stands for read, then W stands for write. Okay. Here we don't have anything execute. So here you can see X stands for execute permission. Okay. So I will tell you how you can change this permission. So here the owner having only read, write permission, right? So for example, you want to give read, write and execute permission to the owner. How you will change it? Okay. Similarly, if you want to give write permission to a group, how you will change it? Right. So that is very important. We need to understand what are the commands we can use. So you can use chmod command. Okay, you can use chmod command, which is nothing but change mode. Chmod stands for change mode. Okay, you can use this command to change the permission of a file or a directory. Okay, again there are two ways. You can use this chmod command. Okay, the first thing is you can use symbolic mode and then you can use absolute mode. What is symbolic mode? Okay, first we will understand how to use symbolic mode or chmod command. Okay, it is a very easiest way if you are a beginner. Okay, if you want to modify the file permission, you can use this symbolic mode. Okay, with symbolic permissions you can add, delete or specify the permission set. Okay, so let's see, there are three things you have to use here. One is plus symbol, which means you have to add the designated permission to a file or a directory. Then you have minus, which means you have to remove the designated permission from a file or directory. Then equal to, which will be like setting the designated permission. Okay, so let's see what we can do for this ab.txt file, right? So here we have seen the first file, that is ab.txt, having read write permission, the owner having read write permission here, and group having read permission, and other world having the read permission. Okay, we want to add execute permission to the owner. Okay, so what you will do to do that, right? So you can write chmod. Okay, then you are the user, right? You are the owner, so you can write u plus x. Okay, so I was telling, right, you can use plus symbol to add a permission. So here u stands for user and x stands for your execute permission. Okay, let's, sorry, I missed the file name, right? So you have to write chmod u plus x, then ab.txt, enter. Now let's do that ls minus l. Okay, so earlier you see we had read write permission add w earlier, now we have add w x. Okay, you can see it. Similarly, you want to give this read write and execute permission to the group, then what you will do? Okay, so again you can write chmod. Okay, then for group you can tell it as g. So for the user you can keep it u, for the group you can say it g, then g plus. Okay, what you want to give here? You have only read permission, right? You want to give write and execute. So chmod g plus wx, then the file name ab.txt. Let's see. See, okay, read write execute, then read write execute. Similarly, now you want to give to the other world also, right? So what you can do for that? Again you can write chmod. For other world, right, you can write o. Okay, o plus wx. Okay, give ab.txt, enter. Now let's see. See, everyone you gave read write execute permission to all these three different, like to the owner you give add wx, to the group you gave add wx read write execute, to the other world also you gave read write execute. Okay, similarly if you want to remove execute permission from this one. Okay, I'll show you three different things in one line. So for this ab.txt file you want to remove execute permission from the owner or from the user, then what you need to write? chmod. Okay, then user minus, what you want to minus? You want to minus x. Okay, then put comma. Okay, from this, from the group you want to remove, for example, write. Okay, so here you can write g minus w. Okay, here again you want to remove read, so here you can say that this is your other world o minus r. Okay, and the file name ab.txt. Let's do ls minus l. See, so the very first one, this execute got removed here, then write got removed here, then your read got removed from here. Similarly, if you want to give permission, all kind of permission to this cd.txt file, right, how you will do it in one command itself? It's very easy. You can write chmod, okay, a equal to r w x, okay, then give the file name cd.txt. Okay, now just do ls minus l. See, you gave all permission to cd.txt. Okay, so in this way you can add permission, you can remove permission, you can assign all read, write, execute permission to a file, okay, in one line. So this is your symbolic mode, how you can change, how you can give permission to a file, or you can remove permission to a file. Okay, now I will explain you how you can give permission using chmod command, but now we will learn about absolute permissions. You will learn about symbolic mode, right? Symbolic permission. Now you will learn the absolute permissions. Okay, this is another way to modify a permission using chmod command using your absolute permissions. Okay, so basically here you will use some numbers with your chmod command, and then you can change the permission. So here you can see, right, left side I have given 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0 stands for no permission, 1 stands for execute permission, 2 stands for write permission. Okay, right side you can see like this, right, no permission means 3 hyphens, and then we have execute hyphen x, write means hyphen w, then hyphen. So before to that we should have r. So here you will see, right, when we have all permissions, add wx. So 1 stands for execute permission, 2 stands for write permission. Similarly 3 stands for this 2 plus 1 means execute and write, that is why wx, execute and write permission. 4 stands for read permission. Then you can calculate 5 is 4 plus 1, right, 4 plus 1, it means execute and read. Here you see execute and read. Then 6 is nothing but 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2. So you have write and read permission, write and read permission, or read or write permission. Then we have 7. In 7 it's 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 is read permission, 2 is write permission, 1 is execute permission, right? So here we have rwx. So if you are telling chmod, then 444, it means you are giving read permission to a file. Then 444 stands for, your first 4 will be for the user or the owner, then second 4 should be the group, then third 4 should be the other world. Okay, let me show you, then you will able to understand. Okay, let me go to the terminal. Let's see all our files, ls minus l. So here we have all these files. We will take now this ijk.txt file. So what we will do, chmod, then we will do 444 for this ijk.txt file. For ijk.txt we have read, write, read and read permission. We will change all read permission, okay, because 4 stands for read. Now let's do ls minus l. Now you see all change to 444. Okay, similarly if you want to change, or if you want to give read, write and execute permission to everyone, then what you can do, you can do chmod, then 777, okay, ijk.txt file. See, now you see ijk.txt file, you gave all this permission. Okay, so you have to look at that number, okay, and then you can give the permission. So if I want to give chmod, 4 stands for read, then 1 stands for execute and 2 stands for write, then I will give for ijk.txt. Let's see. See, read, execute and write. Okay, so this is another way using chmod command. You can change mode, you can change permission of any file. Okay, now I will tell you about how to change ownership. Okay, you can use chown. This is the command you can use to change ownership of a file. You can give chown command, and then the user, for example I will give my name, okay, and then the file name. Okay, it will change the ownership of the file. Okay, similarly if you want to change the group ownership, right, in that way what you can do, you can use the command chgrp. Okay, it will change group ownership. Again you can give chgrp, then you can give the group name and then the file name. Okay, it will change group ownership. Okay, so now we will learn about the grep command. Grep command in Unix is the short form of global search for the regular expression. The grep command is a filter that is used to search for lines matching a specified pattern and print the matching lines to a standard output. So, we will see what is the syntax. Okay. So, first what we will do, let us do a ls here. Okay. Now, we see we have all these files, right. So, we will try to search a word, okay, inside a file. For example, we have this ijk.txt file, right. Let us see what is there inside this cat ijk.txt. So, here you can see we have two lines. Okay. We will search this Unix word which is present inside this ijk.txt file, whether we are getting it or not, right. So, what is the command you will use? You will use grep, okay. Then inside double quote you give whatever you are searching for. For example, here we are searching Unix, okay. Then you give the file name where you want to search ijk.txt, press enter. See, it is giving you this one, right, because it is getting this Unix here inside this ijk.txt. We have these two lines here, it is getting in the second line, okay. That is why you are getting it here. You may have one question, right, why we are not getting this? Because these are case sensitive. Here we have given Unix which is in the small letter, here it is in the capital letter, that is why we are not getting it. For example, you want to search here this today, or you want to search very, right. Let us do that. You can write grep, then here you just write very, okay, and search it inside the ijk.txt file. See, you got the first line because it is present here. I am very new to Unix, learning it today, okay. So, you got it here, that is why you are seeing in the first line, okay. I will tell you one more example. So, what we will do, we will try to search something which starts from some word, okay. In this ijk.txt file, here we have these two lines, right. So, we will tell that it should start with this high, okay. Find that line which should start with this high word, okay. How you will write that? Okay. Again you need to write grep, okay, space, give double quote, okay. Inside that you just give this symbol, then you write high, okay. Just write the exact word what you are looking for. So, here we are looking for hi, right. So, that is why I am just writing the exact word, okay. Then where you are trying to search ijk.txt file, see, it is giving you this line, okay. Similarly, if you want to search some line which ends with something, so here for example, it ends with this today, right. If we want to find this, what you will write? Again you can write the same command grep, okay. Here you have to write, I will tell you the exact command. Here you have to write first what it ends with. It ends with today, and then full stop is also there, okay. Then you give this symbol, okay. Then ijk.txt, enter. See, we got this line. So, this is how you can use grep, okay. You need to find something, you can use this grep keyword, okay, to find it, okay. So, first we searched some word inside a file, we got that. You can also use grep with pipe, so that only those lines of the input files containing a given string are sent to the standard output. I will tell you how you can use pipe with grep command. What is pipe, that I will explain you later. First let us see one example, okay, how to use pipe and how the pipe is used with grep command, okay. So, here we can see we have 3 files and 2 directories, okay. What we will do, we will try to search only these txt files, okay. So, for that what we will do, we will do ls minus l, then we will give this pipe symbol, okay. So, this is the pipe symbol, okay. Then you can just write grep, okay, what you are searching for. So, we are searching for .txt file, it should end with .txt file. So, we will just write .txt then dollar, okay. let's press enter. So here you see we got all the text files with the details, right? It gave all the details because we are writing ls minus l. So you use this pipe with the grep command. Okay. So what is this pipe? You can connect two commands together so that output from one program becomes the input to the next program. Two or more commands connected in this way from a pipe. You can connect two commands together so that the output from one program becomes the input of the next program. Okay. So two or more commands, when it get connected, you will form a pipe. Okay. So to make a pipe, you have to put a vertical bar, which I showed you here. This is the pipe command. Okay. And you have to use two different programs. Okay. So when a program takes its input from another program, it performs some operation on that input and writes the result to the standard output. Okay. So that we call as a filter. Okay. So basically when we are using this pipe and filter, okay, we have to use two different programs. So the output from the one program becomes the input to the next program. Okay. So that's all about your pipe. Okay. So there are again some more commands available in grep. Okay. You can use grep minus v. Okay. So that will print all the lines that do not match the pattern. Okay. You can use also grep minus n that prints the matched line and its line number. Okay. Similarly, you can use grep minus l that prints only the names, okay, names of the files with matching lines. Similarly, you can use grep minus c that prints only the count of matching lines. Okay. Similarly, you can use grep minus I that matches either upper or lower case. Okay. So these are the few more commands you can use in grep. Okay. Now we will discuss about process management in Unix. So when you execute a program on your Unix system, the system creates a special environment for that program. This environment contains everything needed for the system to run the program as if no other program were running on the system. Whenever you issue a command in Unix, it creates or starts a new process. When you want to list the directory and you just use ls command, it means you started a process. A process in simple terms is an instance of a running program. Here I just used ls. Okay. It means I started a process. So the operating system tracks processes through a 5-digit ID number, which is known as PID or process ID. I will show you how this process ID looks. Okay. Just wait for some more time. Okay. Each process will have a unique PID. Okay. So every process will have a unique PID. So it will not be like same for two processes. Okay. It will be always unique. Now we will see how to start a process, how to stop a process. Okay. So before we understand how to start a process or how to stop a process, we need to understand what are the different type of processes we have. So basically when you start a process, you just run some command, okay, and then your process starts. But there are two ways you can start a process. Okay. One is foreground process, another one is background process. Okay. So background means something is running in the background, but foreground means something you are running and you can see it. It is visible to you, right? So foreground process, by default every process whatever you runs, right? For example, here we executed this ls, right? So it executed and we saw in our screen the output, right? So that is nothing but your foreground process. Okay. So it gets its input from the keyboard and sends the output on the screen. Okay. So you can see whatever is happening, whatever command you are giving, whatever output you are getting, you can see all these things in your screen. Okay. That is nothing but your foreground process. So here if I will just write ls star.txt and press enter, you can see it's displaying all the text files. Okay. All the files ends with .txt. Okay. So basically this process runs in the foreground and it gives us the output on the screen. So what are the advantage or disadvantage of this foreground process, right? So while a program is running in the foreground process, it is time consuming. Okay. you cannot use any other command while running one command, right? You have to run one command and you have to see the output, then you can run another command. Okay. Now we will see what is background process. Background process is something which is running in the background, right? So background process runs without being connecting to your keyboard. Okay. If the background process requires any keyboard input, it waits for it. Okay. So the advantage of running a process in the background is like you can run other commands. Okay. You don't have to wait until the first command to be completed, right? You can run another command if the first one is not yet completed, right? So the simplest way to start a background process is to add an ampersand at the end of the command. So here if I just want to show you how to run one command in the background, you just need to write ls start.txt, then put this ampersand command. Okay. It will run in the background. So here you can see two lines, right? The first line contains the information about the background process, the job number and the process ID. Okay. So you need to know this job number if you want to manipulate in between any background and foreground process. You should know about this process ID. Okay. So once we press enter here, we can see the process got over. So here you can see, right, the first line shows that the ls command in the background process finished successfully because it is done, and here it just shows the command which we executed. So this is how there are two different ways you can run any process. One is through foreground and one is through background process. Here there is a one more important interview question. People just ask how do you list all the running process. Okay. So you can just write ps minus f. Okay. So this is how you can list all the running process. So here you are seeing UID. UID is nothing but your user ID that this process belongs to. Okay. PID is nothing but your process ID, then your PPID. PPID is nothing but your parent process ID. Then you have C. C is stands for your CPU utilization of process. Okay. Then you have S time. S time means when your process started, basically the process start time. Then TTY. TTY stands for your terminal type associated with the process. Okay. Then you have the time, it means how much time CPU taken for this process. Okay. Then we have CMD. CMD is your the command that started this process. These are the all details about what is this UID, what is this PID and all. Okay. So you can use ps minus f command if you want to list all the running processes. Then maybe you will get one more question, how to stop a process, right? So ending a process can be done in several different ways. Okay. So the very first option you can use like your keyboard control plus C. Okay. Or that will stop your process. Okay. But that will work only for your foreground mode. Okay. If you have started something using foreground mode, that will work. But if you have to stop something which is running in the background mode, then you have to use kill command. Okay. So to use the kill command, you have to use kill, then you have to give the process ID. Okay. So how you will get the process ID? Using this ps minus f command, you can get the process ID, and using that process ID, you can just write kill, then you can give that process ID. If sometime it is not working, you can give kill minus 9, then the process ID, for example 20476. Okay. So that's how you can stop a process. Okay. Now let's discuss about network communication utilities. Okay. So the very first thing we will discuss about the ping utility. Okay. So the ping command sends an echo request to a host available on the network. Okay. So using the ping command, you can check if your remote host is responding or not. Okay. For example, you want to check if google.com is working or not, or if you have some IP, if you are able to access that or not, right? So if you just write like this ping, then google.com, right? Let me just do this. See, the ping is successful here, right? So you have to just do a hard stop here. So I just pressed Ctrl C. Okay. So here you saw, right, it was just printing a response after every second. We have to just press Ctrl C and stop it, otherwise it will keep on giving us the response. Okay. So using this ping command, you can check the availability of a host. Okay. So there are some advantages using this ping command. You can track and isolate hardware and software problems. Okay. You can determine the status of the network and various foreign hosts. Okay. You can test, measure and manage your networks. So ping command is very useful. Okay. If you just want to see if something is not working, right, so here we give ping google.com. so I'll just give ping google something, I'll just give, let's see what output it is giving. Okay, see, name or service is not known. Okay, so basically it is a unknown host. So you may get in your interview like, how do you know if a remote host is alive or not, right? So you can tell that using ping command we can check. Okay, the next thing we will learn about the FTP utility. Okay, how to use the FTP command. Okay, so FTP stands for file transfer protocol. The utility helps you to upload and download your file from one computer to another computer. Okay, so your FTP utility will help you to download or upload files from one computer to another computer. Okay, FTP has some own set of commands, okay, which will help you to connect and log into a remote host, navigate to different directories, okay, list directory contents, you can put or get files, okay, you can transfer files, okay. So you can do a lot of other things using this FTP utility. So there are few commands. Okay, here you can see we have put file name, which will upload file name from the local machine to the remote machine. We have get file name, that will download file name from the remote machine to the local machine. Okay, input file list, so that will upload more than one file from the local machine to the remote machine. Similarly, we have mget file list, that will download more than one file from the remote machine to the local machine. Similarly, we have prompt off, prompt on, dir, okay, dir name, quit command. So there are a lot of commands available in FTP. Okay, now we will see what is the telnet utility. There are times when we require to connect to a remote Unix machine and work on that machine remotely. Telnet is a utility that allows a computer user at one site to make a connection, login and then conduct work on a computer at another site. Okay, so once you log in using telnet, you can perform all the activities on your remotely connected machine. Now I will show you one command how you can send email using Unix command. Okay, so you can use this command, mail minus a subject minus c cc address minus b bcc address then to address. So basically here minus yes means you can give what is the subject, okay, which kind of subject you want to give, you can give the subject here. Okay, here minus c cc, here in this address you can give cc address, right, what are the carbon copies or what are the list of users you can give here. Similarly we have bcc, okay, blind carbon copies. So in BCC you can again give list of users to whom you want to put in BCC, you can put it here. In the address you can give to whom you want to send the email. Okay, so you can give the user address to whom you want to send the email. If you use this command, you can send an email to any user. Okay, putting someone to CC, putting someone to VCC, and you can send to any specific user. Okay, this is the command you can use. Here are the few basic commands. You can pause the video and go through it. That's all about basic Unix commands. Hope this is helpful for you.